Hey there, Hofstra fans, and welcome inside the W.B. Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Mark Weiner, joined alongside the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's soccer team, Richard Nuttall. Coach, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, fine.
You split the first two games of this week. First, a 3-2 loss against UNH. How do you think your team played?
Yeah, incredibly disappointing, to be honest. I think, a few crucial mistakes cost us goals. They capitalised on their few shots, and we ended up being 3-0 down and chasing the game. I was happy with the way that we responded second half, but we just couldn't get the equaliser. I think if we had it done, we could have gone on to win the game. But just overall, very disappointed.
Then you get to take on Vermont. They were receiving votes in the national poll. You end up getting the win, 1-0. How proud are you of your team for that one?
Yeah, the opposite. Incredibly happy. It was a fantastic win. We were well organised. We followed the game plan. I thought we were in control of the game for the majority of the game, and we just thoroughly deserved the win. At one point, I think we were out shooting them 13-3 with like 5 minutes to go, and we just controlled the game and did what we had to do. And I was just very, very pleased. The opposite of Friday. It's two totally different games.
Now, you only have had one game at home so far this season. You played all your games on the road, only one road win last season. So how did your team change it from last season to this year to be able to play well on the road?
Yeah, well, I think we brought a lot of experience from last year's group, a lot of learning and understanding of what it needs to win games on the road. And I think it was a tough 7 games away, but again, it brought us together. And against Vermont, it was just awesome that I think it's the first 90 minutes where we've had a full 90 minutes of good play, and essentially we put it all together on Sunday. I was very pleased from that. So, I think we've got a little bit tougher, we've got a little bit more experienced, and we're looking forward to the next game.
Now, Joseph Holland is leading in points so far this season. Is he your most consistent offensive player?
Yeah, absolutely. Joe's talented. We keep saying that. When he's on the ball, everybody, the eyes get a little bit wider and to see what he's going to do. And from my point of view, going forward is as good as anybody in the country. Again, we've got to work on other aspects of his game. He's got to understand about it's a two-way street as well, getting back defensively, but I'm very happy with him so far.
Mike Memich, obviously your senior captain, up on the striker line. He's been plagued by a little bit of an injury. What's the update on him, and how does their game plan change if you know he's not 100%?
Yeah, well, he's nearly there now, and I believe Sunday's game, his work rate was tremendous. I think he's just getting back to full fitness, and whether he's scoring goals or not, he's definitely contributing, and he played well. We went back in midfield for a portion of the game on Sunday, and he did very well there too. So I'm happy with where he's at. We'd obviously like him to be scoring a few more goals, but that will come as we get through the season.
You have a couple of players back on the back line that are playing incredibly well right now. Daniel Grundy and Harry Hawkins are two names just to throw out there. What do you think about the play of your back line overall?
Yeah, I think on Friday it was average, on Sunday it was very good, and they marshalled the defence very well. And not to take away, I thought Nino Alfonso at left back had a great game on Sunday too, and John Fraser showed improvement from Friday on Sunday. So it's not just the back line, it's the whole team defending as a unit that I think really improved on Sunday, and they showed tremendous determination as a group, and I don't think the Vermont coach from Sunday could complain. I thought it was a whole team effort defensively.
Now, something we have to talk about is the goaltending situation. You have obviously Patrick Prey, who's the incumbent starter now. Brian McPartland's getting a lot of time back there. Is it a goaltending controversy, or are you eventually going to name a starter that's going to play the full 90 minutes?
Well, I don't think we're going to go either way yet. We're just seeing how it goes. They've both been doing a very good job, and Brian's been doing well in practice, so we gave him some minutes, and he did well again, and we couldn't fault him with the goals from the previous game at New Hampshire. And we decided that their qualities, there was a heavy wind on Sunday. We decided to go with Brian with a wind because of his qualities, and then Patrick second half because of his qualities, against the wind. So we'll do it on a game-by-game basis. I won't be naming a starter for the next game, I don't believe. So we're just going to see how it goes.
Now you have over a week off now. How are you going to use that rest, and what are you going to work on most when coming up to Binghamton?
Well, I think we've got to work on moving the ball just a lot quicker for more of the game, and we'll work on speed of play. We'll work on our defensive unit, and we'll work on just keeping us sharp.
Obviously, Binghamton up next. What kind of challenge do they present to your team?
Yeah, talented. They've got some speed on the outside, a good centre forward, and they're generally very well coached by Paul Marco. So it's just like every game this year, that every team we play can beat us if we don't perform. So we've got to be on the ball. We've got to make sure we win the midfield and hopefully get out their back four.
Conference season starts in a little less than 2 weeks. What are you going to expect from your team going into the CAA?
Well, hopefully with the tough road schedule we've had and the teams we've been playing against, we should be well prepared for the level of play. But as you can see in our conference, there's some wonderful teams having some great results, and you know, each game is going to be a tremendous challenge. A lot of quality teams, and I can't even look at one team and say, look, they're weaker than the next. But everyone's performing well, and it's going to be very difficult.
Coach of the Hofstra Pride men's soccer team, Richard Nerl, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
This has been the WV Mason Coaches Report. I'm Mark Wiener. Tune in each and every week right here on GoHofstra.com.